World War II was a defining moment for the evolution of military wristwatches. The Americans created the A11, which would spawn classics such as the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical. The British War Office went down a very similar route. However, unlike the A11, the British military model would have a small subdial rather than a full seconds hand. Vertex was one of the elite 12 watch companies that were commissioned by the British. So why is the M100A such an important watch? Let's start from the beginning. In certain circles, the name Vertex has almost legendary status, yet oddly it's not a brand you see very often. It was founded in 1916 by a gentleman called Claude Lyons, who was born in 1885 and by the age of 17 had started working in the watch industry. In 1906 he set up Dreadnought watches with a £1,000 loan, and by 1915 he had evolved to a position where he was making watches for the British military. He established two headquarters, one in London and one in Switzerland, to allow him to maximise on the expertise in both countries and build a variety of watches for the time. However, all that changed with the onset of World War II. In 1941, Claude's son Henry had become a captain in the British Army and found himself in a position to influence the procurement of a new generation of British military watches. If you want to know more about the Dirty Dozen watches from World War II, then let us know by liking this video or leaving a comment, and we can make an in-depth video about this topic. Post-World War II, Vertex's progress was steady, but the invention of Japanese quartz in the 1960s and 70s rattled the entire watch industry and ultimately was a death knell to Vertex. In 1974, the company's doors closed. Fast forward to 2015 and Claude Lyons' great-grandson Don Cochran rekindled the name Vertex with a mission to make super high-quality British watches. His first offering was the M100, which paid homage to the original Dirty Dozen caliber 59 from World War II. The M100A is a 40mm tribute to the original World War II military watch. The dial closely mirrors the 1940s watch, but it is without question a thoroughly modern interpretation. The current M100A comes with a custom automatic Swiss movement with Vertex's caliber 59 ratchet weight. It is an automatic Sellita SW260-1 with accuracy of ±4 to 15 seconds a day. The dial of the M100 is unique and beautiful. It has subtle texturing with the name Vertex and the British broad arrow front and centre. The broad arrow originally denoted that a product was fit for military service. The well-proportioned hands are deep filled with X1 Superluminova, and the minute hand exactly reaches the military-style outer track. However, the star of the show are the three-dimensional lumed numerals, which are cut-out precision shapes. The numbers pop out of the dial, giving a superb aesthetic and low-light display. All of this adds up to a watch that is so visually interesting, you just keep revolving it in your hand, looking at it from different angles, noticing the fine concentric lines on the base of the subdial, or the beautiful sweep of the small seconds hand, and the purposeful red dots at the 12 marker. The M100 is presented in an original military specification Pelly case, and comes with a leather and NATO strap. The whole pack comes in a canvas diplomatic style bag with the letters WWW stamped on it. The WWW was on the back of Dirty Dozen watches and denotes Watches Wristlet Waterproof. We wanted to see what other straps would complement the watch, so here's what we found. Zulu Diver Infantry Bulldog, the Zulu Diver Infantry Cougar, Simple Handmade in light brown, Simple Handmade in reddish brown, Simple Handmade black, WatchGecko Hatherley in woodland camo. The deep feelings which the Vertex M100A generates, however all-encompassing, cannot be allowed to detract from the fact that this is in every measurable way an outstanding watch. It is beautifully built and made with such an attention to detail that it rivals any product internationally. Priced at £2,500, the watch is worth every penny. When you consider what you get for 2 or 3 times more from one of the Swiss giants, it really represents good value for money. But almost more important than that, the Vertex has an incredible story. And this thoroughly modern watch still oozes the DNA of the World War II classic. If the backstory of a watch means anything to you as a buyer, then you definitely need to look more closely at Vertex.